Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 111, Avengers Infinity War trailer breakdown.
Yes.
I want to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at kfpodcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, at Ken Frederick Podcast, and pretty much Instagram, YouTube. And also, please check us out at SoundCloud. We're at Ken Frederick Podcast on SoundCloud. We put fresh new content up weekly. So after this, go hop over there and see what we had to say about it. We got the whole crew here tonight. We have Donald.
Yay.
We got Brock.
Hi.
And we got Justin.
Yo.
And so we're going to talk a little Infinity War trailer and break it down. So, Don, what would you like to say?
Have you ever seen more hype for a trailer than this trailer?
No.
I mean, even with Star Wars The Force Awakens, have you ever seen the internet more excited than they were for this trailer?
I think
Force Awakens was pretty close.
Yeah,
It's
but
hard
I
to
think
awesome.
as far as if you look at number of views, I think this actually did break the
It's
number.
it's the most
24-hour
viewed
record.
trailer of all time.
Nice.
Well, there's no other movie that has 20-some movies to lead into it.
Yeah. There's never
That's
been
true.
anything like this.
No.
Where it took this many movies to get to it, this 10 years to get to this. It's truly an epic, one-of-a-kind experience. And, I mean, the internet went crazy Tuesday. I mean, when I literally went my Facebook feed, every article, other than a couple women complaining about their husbands, was this. I'm like, oh, here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again.
My stupid husband won't stop watching the Infinity War trailer.
I'm like, if you haven't seen this by now, I don't know what's going on with you, you know.
I was watching some of the celebrity reaction videos where they were like filming each other watching the trailer for the first time. John Boyega from Star Wars was hilarious. He's sitting there, he's like, yeah. Oh, he just like freaks
some people
out.
going nuts over it. I mean, then they had a trailer before the trailer, which was like fans seeing it for the first time, like reacting and all that. So why don't we go and we'll watch the trailer, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So here's the Infinity War trailer, which I'm sure you saw, but watch it again. And here you go right now, and we'll be back.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
It's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face. Who the hell are you guys?
Welcome back. We just watched that trailer. You just watched that trailer.
Everybody saw it for the first time, right?
Yeah, I've never seen it before. So let's let's break it down.
Want to talk about our initial reactions about it first? What do you think about it, Ken?
Well, you texted me with my thoughts about it. I'm going to stick with it that I'm annoyed.
Okay.
And I'm not annoyed for anything more or less that I only watched this trailer because we had to for the podcast.
I don't want to see all that.
I don't know if I don't want to see all of it. Like I feel like it's a lot going on, and now me, being who I am, I want to break down and try to figure everything out.
Yeah.
And
What we're gonna do next.
Yeah, and I'll ruin the. I would like to be able to. I would like to see the movie fresh. Like, oh, this is it. But
You wish you could go in with nothing at all.
yeah, I
Just
do.
the logo.
Yeah,
And it's all fresh.
Yep.
So it's the world we live in now. You can't be
I know, but I don't want to live here.
Yeah, he wants to die if you listen to it.
Yeah. We didn't record any of that.
What do you think about it, bro?
I think it looks pretty awesome. It's just like a big culmination of everything leading up to this. It looks pretty epic, exciting, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it, to counter Ken's point, is I think there might be a lot of like phony stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Just to
I
get
think
people,
Yeah.
off track.
I
Stuff
think
that
there's a
doesn't match
lot
up.
of misdirection.
Well, that's what.
Because Mysterio's in it?
Stereos in it.
Oh, Lance just went from 6 to midnight.
Because there was stuff like that in the Thor trailer. They did reshoots
Yeah.
and stuff just to avoid spoiling
you off.
anything.
Justin, what do you think about it?
Loved it. I think it's probably from a trailer perspective, it's one of the better comic book trailers. I think it's the best one Marvel's done so far.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. Yeah, I'm really excited for the movie.
All right. Well, why don't we get into some images from the trailer? I got some screenshots here,
All right, sweet.
and we can talk about it. I skipped over like the Tony-looking, crying one.
Well, he's holding Pepper's hand in that.
Is he?
Yeah,
I skipped past all those and got to the ones where
She
it's like
definitely dies in that
She
scene.
definitely dies in this.
You think
Someone
she knows?
dies in
I
that
even wrote
scene.
Pepper dies on this
Okay.
piece of paper.
Someone dies in that scene, no question.
Yeah, where he's like holding her hand or whatever he's
Maybe even Spider-Man, and they bring him back with the time gem.
or Miles Morales.
Oh,
So this first image I wanted to talk about. This is one of the ones in the beginning. You see Bruce Banner here,
yes.
and he's crashed, which it looks he crashed into Doctor Strange's place.
Yeah.
The New York Sanctum.
Which Jim had a good point. It was very reminiscent of Silver Surfer.
Yep.
When he lands in Strange's place, because Hulk
Yep.
has been sort of the surfer role in a lot of these for different things.
Yeah,
Yes.
he has.
So, yeah. Do you think? My thought is, I think that the Asgardians on that ship are all going to get killed now.
It looks that way because
Yeah.
they have like Loki stepping over bodies.
Yeah,
and
Loki
stuff.
stepping
Yeah.
over by. I think the whole ship's going to get completely blown apart.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Korg's going to make it or whatever, but I think Hulk crashes from outer space to Earth.
Yeah.
And lands here and is all like, what the hell?
Do you have that? Do you have that image later on?
Yeah,
Okay.
he gets into it more. We're
Yeah.
going through it in chronological order, I guess, of the trailer. So the next one, you see. I love the little shields that they can all do. With magic. So you see Strange looking awesome.
Yeah. Looks
And
great.
Wong.
I mean, it looks like he fell from great distance. If
Yeah.
you look at the top there,
Fell
again,
down
this-
through 3 stories, through the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's cool, and I wonder if Strange knows who he is.
He knows who Thor and Loki is, so I'm going to assume that he knows
Probably who
Hulk, yeah.
Banner is and Hulk and Wong and all that.
I would hope he
Well,
knows
and
who
I
Wong
think-
is. Wong lives with them.
I think Banner. But I think before he even became Hulk, I think Banner was pretty famous in the scientific community.
Yeah.
So I would guess Doctor Strange would
Strange
know
would have
him.
known about him. Yeah, the shields thing, like you're going to activate magic, or they always have those things, like sort of.
Well, no, you can use those as weapons or as shields.
Yeah.
Or pot holders.
Now you had a theory. You thought Hulk got punched from Wakanda and landed all
That
over.
was
That
Ken.
was me. I thought maybe he got punched from Wakanda, New York.
a hell of a punch. Is he onslaught?
Yeah, right? You never know.
One Punch Man.
So then you got next one here. We got Vision looking creepier than hell.
I have a theory about this picture.
Okay, go ahead.
I think this is after the gem has been removed, and that's like the energy left over because it looks like there's no gem there. It looks like a hole instead.
Okay.
And I think he like just became like a regular dude, and he's on borrowed time because he doesn't have the gem in him anymore.
Do you think he'll die once he doesn't have the gem?
I think so. Like eventually, like it probably had enough power to keep him running for a while, because it is an AI still. So it's just a program. He just might just not have any powers or anything.
So my theory is this is a dream sequence from Scarlet Witch. that she's in love with him, but she wants the human version.
If you remember, there was some casting news about casting Scarlet Witch's kids.
I know.
This could be foreshadowing of these two together, and then the kids show up later on, or they come from the future,
and
Young Avengers type stuff, And
it very well could be, but I think this is a dream sequence.
These two are gonna bang.
I don't think he's actually in human form, and I think going off of the does he die? I don't think he dies. I think Tony.
I thought you said the dizzy diet. I was like, what the hell is the dizzy diet?
Spin in circles and puke after you eat.
He will. I think he will need power. I think Tony will give him an arc reactor.
Okay, interesting. Let's go to the next one. You got Mr. Bruce Banner here sitting next to a Hulkbuster arm.
Talking to, is that Cap or?
That's Black Widow's arm.
You think?
Okay.
Yeah, they'll reconnect him. Now, do you think he's in the Hulkbuster suit and landed?
I thought it was a cool idea if they could split. Did you say that?
Yeah, I think that maybe somehow Banner and Hulk split. Because they've done that a lot in the comics, and that might be something new for the movies.
Maybe, and then have him in the Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
So you have Hulk and the Hulkbuster. Yeah, could
That'd
be cool. Yeah.
I have a feeling though that it's not that convoluted. I think that Bruce is worried that he never can turn back into the Hulk. Because whenever he mentioned in Thor, that once I turn the Hulk, I don't know if I can turn back.
Yeah,
and he might be worried, and he might borrow the Hulkbuster off Tony, so that
get
can
to
be his Hulk.
Wakanda.
Yeah. And if he's using the Hulkbuster to be the Hulk on the team, maybe during the battle he gets ripped apart and then he hulks out inside the armor.
Yeah, and that's what this is.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Could be interesting. And then, of course, you have Black Widow here with the blonde hair. And
that's probably because she's incognito.
Yeah.
She's
undercover.
kind of a war criminal right now.
She still looks hot. Yeah, because, whatever. If that's your thing. Black Widow's your thing.
Justin doesn't approve.
No,
I like the red hair on Black Widow.
Yeah, that's good. And then the next one here, we have back to this scene. It looks like this is probably right after Hulk crashes through and Tony probably arrives there.
He's got clothes on now. He didn't before.
Yeah, he didn't before. So this is like
maybe some time could have passed.
2 or 3 minutes later in the movie.
Maybe that's right after Bruce tells Doctor Strange and Iron Man about
what happened.
What happened?
Yeah. And Tony shows up. If you notice Tony here, you can see him in another image. I think it's the next one. Let's go to the next screenshot. Well, this is first.
This is puberty hits
this
Spider-Man.
Puberty hits Spider-Man. This is supposed to be Spider-Sense.
Well, which is annoying. Like, I don't need to see this just to be Spider-Sense.
The hairs on the arm. I don't know why they just can't do it in his head like they've done before.
A little
where
lightning bolts coming out of his
something
head.
going on. They do this thing. He's on the bus, and then he sees this crazy shit, which is this, circle.
Probably a portal, maybe.
Is that like a halo?
Thor was in something like that later in the
trailer.
we
get into that in there, but this shows up. And so here, this is the image I was talking to you about here. Now we have Tony. Doesn't it look like he has an arc reactor in his chest again?
It's a triangular-shaped arc reactor.
Why would he he got the surgery and fixed all that?
Unless maybe there's complications and he needed to reinstall it.
This looks like a triangle one and all different.
It could be that T-shirt they sell at comic shops.
The other thing I heard that the suit is actually like the pants match the hoodie that he's wearing,
and you think might be
his new suit is it just forms around him. It's almost like extremis.
So maybe he just wears that.
Oh, maybe
square in his thing in his chest.
He puts the hood up over it, and then the extremists or all the parts come in.
Yeah, because if you see the shot, I'm sure Don has it later, where the suit it doesn't look like the old
it's
put
different.
Together Iron Man. It looks very smooth, almost like it's a human.
How much do you think Wong's in this movie? Do you think he's around a lot?
Probably for a long time. Not long.
I mean, seriously, do you think he's just in this scene? Then he's like, "I'll stay back here and keep the place safe." You go off.
Anytime they're in New York, I think Wong's going to be part of it.
I like that they're standing there with their super shields out. What do we have next? Let's see. Next, we have this scene, which is interesting. Loki with the Tesseract. This is obviously handing it to Thanos. Yeah. Look at the fear in his face.
My theory is he probably tried to stand with Asgard until he realized that they were defeated, and he's like, "I'm going to switch sides," because that's what Loki does.
He's totally going to be the Mephisto role. He's going to side with Thanos, maybe be an aide, and then you're going to see him turn on him in the next movie,
like whispering in his ear, kind of stuff.
The other thing that I read, somebody said that this. Because he worked so hard to kind of save Asgard in Ragnarok, that it's gotten to the point where Thanos has killed half of the people on the ship, and Loki comes out. He was going to save himself, but he comes out and says, "Fine, take it. Just spare the rest of Asgard."
Yeah.
So he's still kind of being
Or maybe bring
heroic,
Asgard
but-
back if I give this to you.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I could. That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see what we got next. Next, we have purple face Thanos or pink face Thanos. I have to say, the only thing about this trailer I didn't like is I do not like Thanos. I'm just not digging it. I don't like the way he
looks like Thane, his son.
I don't understand it. Like
It does look strange. I don't know. I missed the
Like I'll
helmet.
show the picture now on the screen of the 4 different versions of him, the one I showed you on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So looking at that, I mean, I don't understand that. I don't understand why his color has changed. I don't get the casual wear. I mean, you nailed Thanos in all these previous movies. I know I didn't like the floating chair in Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever little hokey.
But that's actually
But he looks
accurate.
cool. I mean, he looks good. You already had him down. I don't understand the Russo's brothers changing to this outfit.
It's because he's completed his spiritual journey.
Oh, you.
He doesn't need the armor anymore.
Yeah, and that makes no sense. Thanos has.
Go ahead.
When has he not had the armor on other than when he was like Farmer Thanos?
I was going to say, if he's completed his spiritual
even had the
journey,
helmet
I
on.
want overall Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this does remind me of him whenever he's kind of like. When Thanos isn't wearing the headdress and the shoulder pads, he's not the same Thanos. Like, whenever he's wearing that, he's the Conqueror.
Yeah.
He is destroying shit.
He's the Mad Titan.
Yeah, he's the Mad Titan. Otherwise, he's like, this isn't the time. He's more of a reflective, like, this isn't what needs to happen right now.
Right. And if
Or
you're
he
going to
realizes
war
he's
on
being-
Earth,
Yeah.
I would think you would put this on.
Where you know they're superpowered beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to attack the Nova Corps for a gem. You're going to attack Nowhere and all those other places.
I have a feeling that as you go further on, I'll show you what my thoughts on
Okay.
it.
Let's get
On
off.
that.
And he looks like Bruce Willis, too, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Break it down.
So we have Spider-Man. I'm not really digging this Spider-Man suit.
It looks like a combination of like.
Looks like he has pajamas on.
The big time suit.
Yeah, the big time suit and the cyber,
The Iron Spider
the Iron
thing.
Spider suit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really digging the way it looks in here. I think this scene here is, I think as soon as Spider-Man sees that thing in the air, he puts this on and goes right, because you can see he's standing in sort of the circle.
Yeah.
I think he goes right to there, tries to fight him on his own, and gets his ass kicked
I wouldn't be surprised.
right off the bat and gets beat up. Maybe
Maybe even killed.
I don't know. Maybe even killed or something.
Because with the Infinity Gauntlet in play, people can come back to life pretty easily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
People were like, is this Cosmic Spider-Man because of his glowing eyes?
Oh my God! Are you an idiot?
I'm like, no, it's not Cosmic.
Shoot yourself in the
Yeah,
foot.
that's where the soul gem is. He has it in the suit.
Yeah, in the spider suit. So here you go with Thor in outer space and this giant circle thing. This has to be the beginning of the movie when he's something with the ship. I don't know. Here's a closer look at it because he has the eye patch on. He's obviously in his outfit from Thor Ragnarok.
Looks like he's trying to pull a lever
Or he's
keep it
trying to,
together.
it's falling apart or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is. And you notice you didn't really see Thor throughout this trailer other than space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on with him.
I think Thor's going to be the one that brings the Guardians, is what you've seen in the trailer. But he's going to maybe be the
Because in a Comic-Con trailer that we didn't get, the Guardians were standing there with Iron Man.
yeah.
'Cause remember, Doctor Strange was doing the pads and Star-Lord was running on him. But Thor wasn't in really those either.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what to see.
I mean, is bringing the Guardians really bringing any kind of major backup to fight Thanos?
No.
I mean, the knowledge from Nebula and
Yeah.
Gamora.
Unless they have an Infinity Stone of their own. Maybe they get the stone from the Nova Corps, the Collector.
Nope, they don't. Well, they might get the one from the Collector, but they don't get the one from the Nova Corps.
Yeah,
next
because that's
week-
the purple one that's in the.
Yeah,
already in the
we'll
same,
get to that. Yeah. So next we get to Proxima Midnight.
Woo!
I love Proxima Midnight.
Yeah.
Looks pretty accurate to the comics.
Yep.
I thought her and Corvus Glaive. If this scene right here, I think plays out, is Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive go after Vision and Scarlet Witch, and I love these two. I hope they make them. I know they're calling them the children of Thanos, like these are all his children, but I hope these two are married, like they were in the comic. They had that husband and wife relationship, and they backed each other, and they were badasses. I mean, she was a total badass in the comic.
Well, they're all adopted children of Thanos, just like Gamora and Nebula are.
Yeah.
I think that scene, because there was some leaked footage that came out before this trailer dropped, and in the leaked footage, it was Black Widow, Cap, and Falcon with Vision and Scarlet Witch, like, going to help them.
Yeah.
And Proxima Midnight, and it looks like Corvus, and that's where this happens, where she throws the thing at. There's Steve.
Well, and I just
with his thick beard.
that scene is great though when she throws the spear and he just pulls the "I'm Captain America" bitch,
Catches
grabs
it.
it out of the midair
Yeah.
and.
Because remember in the comics, her weapon was like something that was like forged out of a star.
Yeah.
And it was like a cut through anything. It was like this ultimate weapon. I don't know if he'd be able to grab that, so it must not be the same type of
No,
weapon.
they're probably going to tone it
They're
down a
gonna
little
be
bit.
they're gonna be dumbed down.
Tone it down a little bit. So then next we have the Hulkbuster, which looks different.
Well, I think the reason I think Bruce is piloting it is he's not piloting it like Tony. He's not like a man. He's like a beast. Like he's running and jumping and using his hands
So
more.
he's jumping like the Hulk?
Yeah, like he's using it how he would use the Hulk.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not flying and landing.
Yeah.
He's like landing like the Hulk. Yeah, that could be interesting. I actually, the more you say that, am convinced now that Bruce is in there.
Mm-hmm.
That he's going to take this from wherever he's at in New York. I think Tony's going to stay in New York.
Yeah.
And Bruce is going to go get Cap and the rest of them
Yeah.
in Wakanda.
Because Tony can't go there
Yeah.
because they don't trust Tony.
Yeah. And he's going to land inside this big ass thing, and you may see him break out of there once he starts getting beat up as the
I
Hulk.
feel like he's going to get beat up and the Hulk's gonna, and then that's going to be the cool scene where the Hulk busts out of the Hulk.
And I hope they don't spoil in a trailer.
Yeah,
They will.
No,
And I called it here first. So
I think it's a good. I think you may be onto something there. And we have the Doctor here, more shields. You know, I don't know what's going on in this one. It's just more staring at stuff, more looking at things. And then the next image, we have Black Panther fighting these things.
Dire World or
Dire Wraith.
Dire
Well,
Wraith.
these things, if they're going off the Infinity book where they introduced Corvus Glaive and those guys, these things were called Outriders,
Okay.
where they were like these mindless beasts that he
the mindless ones.
No, it was like him that the way he described them in that Infinity run, the Hickman run, was he said, these are creatures of pure rage. They have no thought. They're our slaves. We unleash them on worlds to destroy worlds. Him and Midnight controlled them.
Okay.
And they had 4 arms. They were like dog-like. They crawled on the ground. You know.
It could be.
I don't know. A lot of people said, which I thought was a good point, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is introducing like a kind of alien. They were like, boy, did they miss the boat in saying that it could have been these. You know, but you know how they have that big thing that they keep the TV world separate now. So,
Yeah. Which
you
is
know.
dumb, but
yeah, they're like a beast that I guess they control. I think in this one you'll probably see in this Wakanda attack will be Black Dwarf.
okay.
He has a new name though.
He's called
Call Obsidian. or
Call
something?
Obsidian, which
Yeah.
used to be the team's name.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be him and these creatures because it looks like Ebony Maw is attacking Doctor Strange and some of the things they saw, and then the other two are going after Vision.
Yeah.
Because that Soul Stone is in Wakanda.
Has to be.
Yeah.
That's what spoils it. All this Wakanda stuff.
Yeah.
There's definitely a soul gem there.
And like in the trailer for Black Panther, when they show him talking to, he's at a tree with all these panthers on it. I think that's how it's going to be, how he talks to his father
Yeah.
and channels the energy of all that. You know, it's going to be. That's one of the things that annoys me with the Marvel MCU is they've taken a lot of cool things and made them just Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Like they took the Cosmic Cube.
Where do you go after this then?
Yeah, and the Cosmic Cube, and it's an Infinity Gem. The soul ability of the Black Panthers to talk is going to be a gem. The Eye of Agamotto is an
It's a
Infinity
gem,
Stone.
yeah.
You know, they're like a lot of major things. They kind of took it away and made it into that. You know, but that's their way of tying him in.
Yeah.
And then this, I think is just more. This is Spider-Man. That looks like Thanos to me.
Oh, yeah.
Holding him down after he tries to probably idiotically take on a giant alien attack. You think he kills him?
I think it's a possibility.
But he's supposed to make what? Homecoming 2?
Yeah.
Whatever. So
They can always undo it with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't think any of the major heroes die in this one.
Not yet.
You don't think Cap dies?
Not yet.
Pepper Potts dies.
Yeah, Pepper Potts.
Someone close to Iron Man dies for sure.
Yeah.
It could be Peter Parker.
That would be a bummer. He's on the cover though in the photo shoot for Avengers 4. So
He can come back.
yeah.
He can pull me.
So then we have old Vision here. I'm pretty sure this is the first look of a foot of Corvus Glaive. You see like the claw type foot, that
The
big
spear.
axe that
Yeah.
he uses. A little closer shot of it is him getting it sort of.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, that's totally his staff.
Yeah, it's his staff.
It almost looks like the scepter that Loki had.
Kind of. But that's what he had a big sort of axe thing and all that.
If you remember, Loki probably got that scepter from
Thanos.
Thanos, so
It could be a lot similar.
yeah.
I love Corvus Glaive. I can't wait to see him. I don't know who they have voicing him, but I hope it's cool. Here's another shot of it up close, sort of.
Well, what's his name from Game of Thrones? They got cast in this movie. That we knew is not. Everyone thought he was going to be Pip the Troll. I'm like, he's not going to be Pip the Troll. He's going to voice one of the
Who's that?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. You think he's going to voice one of the?
Oh yeah, he's totally
the
voicing
Ebony Maw
yeah.
or Corvus Glaive.
How great would his voice be coming out of one of those?
Oh, yeah,
guys?
that
I
would
hope,
be-
I hope it's the biggest, baddest one of them.
Yeah, the Call
should.
Obsidian dude.
yeah.
So there's Vision getting his ass.
No, he's going to be the Ebony Maw. He's going to be the main guy,
yeah.
and he's going to. And how those their two voices, him and James Brolin.
Because the Ebony Maw sort of was the leader of them.
Yeah.
Because he was the smartest with the mental stuff, and then he's the one that betrayed Thanos and took his son and
Yeah, they're not going to do all that
did the
nonsense.
thing
Yeah.
and all that stuff. All right, so then we got this. Is this the scene you were talking about? The gem here?
Yeah, so the purple gem was the gem that was guarded by the Nova Core.
That's the Power
Gem.
Stone.
Yes.
Yes.
So he already has that.
He already destroyed the Nova Core. Then you think?
Apparently before this happened.
Yeah.
And then this is right after I think he breaks open the cosmic cube, the Tesseract,
yeah.
to get the gem out.
Now, again, with the leak footage that came out, that you can't find, but I saw pictures of it. Apparently, in the leak footage, the scene is in this leak footage trailer was the Guardians going to the Collector, and the Collector's being choked by Thanos. And he's like choking him, asking him where the stone is, and he doesn't have it anymore. That would be the ether.
Yeah.
And then the Guardians are like, oh shit, like hiding, watching this going on. The Collector's all beat up, and Drax is like, I'm gonna go stab him right now, and they're trying to hold him back. And that's like with some of the leak footage that came out. So I don't. He obviously doesn't have the red one. Maybe he goes there after. Maybe this is, I wonder how much of the movie is him collecting these stones in outer space. Because there's 3 out there.
Well, yeah.
Because the other ones are all on Earth.
Yeah, the soul.
The Vision's head, the Eye of Agamotto,
Yeah.
and whatever's in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Because these 3 are out here. I like how it's real tiny for him. He just sort of drops it in.
Yeah. I like how it clinks
It's like
in
a magnet.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there's him clearly with it there, the next image.
But they're not on Earth.
Right there.
No.
I don't know where they are in that one. There's a lot of broken ass shit around. It kind of looks the same when he was fighting Spider-Man. In this
That's
scene.
up on the top of
They
that.
could have put a different background in too, just to throw people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the CGI in Thanos looks good.
It does.
I just don't like how light skinned he is. I don't know why he's getting lighter, but they could change the hue of that too. But I think visually he looks really good. I just don't like the outfit.
Yeah, he is wearing Thane's outfit.
What stone goes in the middle?
I bet the soul one. I bet that's the big one that goes there.
it's a lot bigger.
Well, this is not the soul one that was connected to Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. That's like the main one.
Okay. And what do
Soul
we have
Train.
next here? Here's him about to punch the shit out of Iron Man.
The new suit looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very
Fabricated.
fabricy. It doesn't
Yeah.
look metal enough. It looks different.
I like that he punches him with his non-gauntlet
Yeah, it
hand.
just gives him a big shot. I want to see Hulk and Thanos go at it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what the next one we have here. Now we have
Oh.
Bucky with his machine gun.
With all Wakandan soldiers.
So obviously they fix him and get him out of the tank. I wonder if that
Give him a
happens.
new arm.
I wonder if that happens in Panthers movie at the
Maybe.
end.
That could be the post-credit thing.
Yeah, obviously a spoiler. Bucky's back.
Yeah.
I want to see what kind of art, what they, if he's now going to have a vibranium arm.
Maybe. Here's a little bit of the battle. If you can see in the middle here, this
Yeah.
looks like the big dude.
The Hulkbuster.
Is that the Hulkbuster?
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that
Hulkbuster getting covered with guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Ken, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
So you think that looks like the Hulkbuster to you there?
To me,
So
Yeah. I wonder if I can enlarge it. I don't want to screw it up. So yeah, it's probably getting destroyed and beat up. I think you're on to something there.
some
Ken.
of those other things, some of the other smaller ones out there, they look like red. I'm wondering if maybe Tony's got some remote suits out there too.
well, the Wakandan, some of the high Wakandan women wear those red suits, and you'll see in the group
okay,
shot.
okay,
Michonne
all right.
from Walking Dead.
There's a lot of those Outriders or whatever. That's a ton of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this is going to be. They're
like-
gonna have to, each one of those guys is going to have to kill a lot of these things.
That's like very Lord of the Rings right there. that
Yeah,
scene.
it is.
Look at all the fire in the background and all the stuff going on. That's a cool scene. That'll be a good battle. Mm-hmm. And then you have this.
See how she's wearing red?
Okay, yeah, all right.
Now that is definitely War Machine.
Yep. So apparently Rhodey's fixed.
Well,
Isn't that Michonne?
Yeah.
Deny Guerrera.
I won't deny that it's Guerrera.
So yeah,
Captain America's got some kind of gauntlets on.
yeah, he's
they're-
got like gauntlets.
Are we going to see ionic shields from Captain
Maybe.
America?
Maybe.
Get this man.
That's
a shield.
what somebody thinks, that it's the virtual shield. I don't know what they call it, but Wakandan technology.
The electric shields he used to use and stuff.
It's electric.
And I like that Hulk. Looks good there. I wonder if he'll help turn the tide. Obviously, they're going to get the stone. You know that, but
Yeah.
I wonder if this is very early on too.
That's what I was thinking. Like, is one early on and one's later? Like,
That's what makes me think Hulk and Banner got separated, because New York and Wakanda are not close.
no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And then finally here we get Thor. He looks very Ragnarokish with the eye patch and all that.
And it looks like he's just been beat up even worse.
Yeah,
than-
he looks like he really been through the ringer. You know, in that leak trailer, he hits the screen, he hits the windshield.
Yeah.
on it.
Rocket. Wipers.
And I was surprised there was no Guardians till I got to the end. I'm like, oh, there they are. Like,
Oh yeah, there's Drax.
you know, that they were in it, and there's they are with Teenage Groot and all
Well,
that stuff.
here's one thing I'm glad about. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Is Groot's not as big as he normally is, so we won't have to see a Hulk versus Groot match.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
we're
he's-
past that.
Angsty adolescent Groot.
Yeah.
Peter with the 70s, 80s porn stash.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice
What if
that.
they'll CGI that out of the movie?
No Nebula here.
No Nebula. Was she with the team at the end?
No, she
She went
did.
off
She
her
did
own.
leave.
She did
but
go off to kill Thanos, right?
That's.
But she
supposedly-
shows up. She's there filming.
Yeah.
He looks very much like Kurt Russell in this picture.
Yeah, he's looking like his dad.
Which is weird. Like not until looking at this, I really think he looks like him.
I am looking forward to seeing Star-Lord's reaction to going back to Earth.
Yeah.
Like, to know when you go back there, all of a sudden superheroes are around.
Yeah.
Like his excitement of like, wow, we got superheroes on Earth. Like, you know, there's flying guys and powerful guys. Because to him, he left it all behind. And Earth wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's seen amazing things in outer space, but I think he'll be pretty excited to see that.
Well, but these movies aren't okay. I was trying to think if these movies were kind of meta, like some of the X-Men movies have been, where they have, like, because he was in the '80s. I mean, they would have had comic books in the '80s.
Yeah.
Is he going to go and be like, "Holy shit! I used to read a comic with you in it."
Yeah,
They
maybe.
actually might, because there was a comic of
Yeah,
Captain America.
he could very much be surprised to see
Because
Captain
remember,
America.
Coulson had the card. The
Oh,
the
cards, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would very much be.
That would be-
Cap looks completely different though.
Well,
right
yeah.
now, so
But that would be funny as hell.
yeah, I wonder how their comedic tone is going to fit into this movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to ruin it. It's
Because
gonna,
Rocket will be like, everybody stop calling me a raccoon.
Yeah.
Because everybody will be like, oh shit, it's a talking raccoon.
Oh, you know they're going to have
He's
to
going to come across
a raccoon.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, holy shit, I am a raccoon.
And Mantis with her whole, everything's comedy with her. Touching people, find out how they feel. And, you know, will he touch Hulk and go, oh, he wants to mate with Black Widow and, you know, like all that goofy shit that they get into.
I hope they tone it down for this, because this needs to be a serious movie.
Yeah.
There was the hand.
That was the trailer picture.
That was Pepper Potts' hand.
There you go. I don't know how how the Guardians are going to be.
They're going to be Guardian. Galaxies.
I don't think they're going to be in it very much in the first part.
I don't either.
Like I said, I don't think they bring much to the table.
No.
Do you think now
Drax.
Captain
Gamora.
Marvel comes out when? After Infinity War?
2019 or 2020.
You think she'll be in part 2?
Yes.
I think they're going to introduce
They've
her
already
in part
confirmed
2.
that, haven't they?
Yeah, she's going to come and she's going to be part of the changing of the tide.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Shows up with some kick-ass powers.
I actually would be surprised if somehow she's communicating with the Nova Corps. It would be cool if like she brings the new wave of some of these movies, like
Yeah.
Nova.
It'd be cool if somehow she brings in Nova Centurions instead of just the whole.
Yeah.
Like they're in their spaceships now. If they show up and they're actually with the helmets,
Yeah,
like
that's
Rich
what I mean,
Ryan
yeah.
brings
Yeah.
those kind
Yeah.
of Novas,
Yeah, yeah.
that would be cool.
If it'd be cool if she like her new like let's say in her movie, Captain Marvel is her like partner.
Yeah.
So that's their partner and they're fighting. And then this one, it's Rich Rider.
Yeah.
And like the two of them are like, oh shit, we gotta go to Earth.
Yeah.
They show up, Rich Rider dies, the helmet stays on Earth so they can do a kid movie with him getting the helmet.
They'll kill Rich Rider.
They're going to.
He's the little kid from Iron Man 3.
And Rich Rider's back in the comics, and he's full on Nova again. So
Just full blown Nova.
full blown.
Okay.
I saw it on
Sorry.
your screen.
Go ahead.
So 9 hours ago,
Yeah.
we have confirmation Brie Larson's Captain Marvel will appear in Avengers 4, according to Black Widow actress Scarlett Johansson. We have Brie Larson in this film. She's here before shooting the standalone Captain Marvel movie, so we get to watch her get her feet wet for real. She's
feet
so
wet.
great, but really cute thing happened the other day where Hulk is standing next to her, and Joe Russo told her to put
Try
her,
this.
I can hear all of that.
Joe Russo told her what?
Joe Russo told her to put her hand in front of Mark's face to stop him, and she's like, in front of his face? And they explain that's where his chest is. She looks up and yells, I'm new. Like, damn it.
So she's going to be in this movie, or is this 3?
No,
This
this
is
is
three.
three.
Okay.
She's going to be in
Pay
4.
attention, Ken.
I don't know. I get them all confused.
Civil War seemed like Avengers 3.
It did seem like
As did Hulk.
Yeah.
yeah.
You mean Thor?
Thor. Yeah.
That was 2.75.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go. Yeah, she'll be needed in the next one. Turn the tide.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
How much money is this movie going to make?
Oh, it's gonna make a ton.
$16 tops.
Well, this movie hasn't even
From
come
each
out,
of us.
and probably Rotten Tomatoes already scored it at 120% fresh. You know.
Well, there wasn't any jokes in this trailer, so
Oh, it's going to go downhill.
Well, at the end, the Guardians is a little joke. You know, little joke for you.
Are you guys,
One thing I will say real quick is, I'm sorry. I love. There isn't a music I
Man.
love more in these movies than the Avengers original score they used at the end.
Oh, yeah. I
It was-
agree.
I think that's
great.
one of the best comic book themes. It's very powerful when they because they kind of went away from it in like Age of Ultron and that. But when you see it at the end with the symbol and all that, that's a good
Yeah.
moment.
And it comes in slow.
Yeah.
It's
That's a great music. I'm glad they're going back with using that again. But
Yep.
what were you gonna say?
Are you guys going to rewatch all this before it comes out?
I might a little bit. Watch some of them. Not all of them, but maybe like
Like, I was looking at the complete, like...
where was Ant-Man?
yeah. he wasn't
Ant-Man
in-
was in every scene.
Yeah.
He's going to... Because isn't he the movie in between?
Yes. Yeah, so it's Black Panther in February, this in May, Ant-Man and the Wasp in July.
in July
And then after it is Avengers.
So he'll probably
is
be
Captain
away
Marvel
during all
than
this.
Avengers 4.
He'll be in the microverse.
No,
right?
it's Avengers 4 before Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're introducing her in Avengers 4.
All right.
Well, then he's going to be in the microverse, and I bet when he pops out, all this shit's going down.
Okay.
And he's going to be
Well,
part
he
of
should be in the prison with the rest of them. If they all get out, remember right now he's in prison with Hawkeye
Yeah,
and,
he's
and,
in
and
that.
Falcon.
Hawkeye wasn't shown either.
Hawkeye's not in there anywhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if Hawkeye's in in Wasp and Ant-Man.
Yeah, I don't know because they're all in jail. Remember, Cap broke them out.
Yeah.
They're calling it Cap's Secret Avengers. Is this like team he has that are out and about somewhere?
Yeah.
So he should be around somewhere. You know, I'm
telling
sure.
you, he
I'm
was
sure
in
he's in
every
it.
scene.
I'm sure he's in it somewhere. Hawkeye was absent too, so I don't know.
So
Well,
it
there
should
you
be
go.
interesting.
Where were the Inhumans?
Yeah.
Shut
the
up.
goddamn Inhumans. They're all there all over Earth, and then this is going on, and they don't get involved at all.
No.
'Cause the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't get involved in this at all.
Well, they're in space now.
Yeah. And it also pisses me off that they're not going to have the Defenders involved in this at all, where clearly they're going to be in New York while an alien invasion's going on, and like Spider-Man sees it and reacts. You don't think the rest of them would be like, "Oh shit, maybe we
That's
should do
annoying. I'm really hoping that they do something to erect it.
something." They want to keep them separate for some reason. Is that true, Justin? That they don't get along? The people who run the TV and the movie.
Kevin Feige and the head of the guy who runs the TV division.
I hate that.
Aren't friends.
They would need to. They would need to be there. You would see this going on and would be like, "We need to help out. This is a big deal." Thanos is here. He's going to destroy the moon. Maybe the Inhumans should come down.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But that just sucks anyway, so no one wants that involved,
It's true.
right?
yeah. I don't know if I'm going to rewatch all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, but I think I'm going to go back and watch all the movies in chronological order.
I think we should all plan because one of the theaters is going to do like an epic
You have to be there for like 2 days.
28-hour marathon of all the movies leading up to it. I think we should do that.
Oh, no.
No thanks. I have the Blu-rays.
I'll just do one a night.
How many people are going to be on that podcast
What?
to get a bigger house for this movie? Everybody
it at
will
the
go see
theater.
it.
Yeah, just do the theater.
We'll just buy out the theater afterwards. Put the microphone down.
We'll go to Denny's. We're like, we need this whole side.
There you go. You like sitting like this with these microphones?
It's different.
All right, we've gone on long
This
enough on this
episode of
one.
the Ken Frederick Podcast is sponsored by Denny's because we're here after the movie because it's too big for Don's house.
Exactly.
All right, good.
Oh,
Final
right.
thoughts? Go see it.
Yep.
Go watch it and get ready for it.
154 days.
Wow. All right, Ken, take us out.
It's really not that long.
All right, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, invite, tell your friends, and kiss your mother in the mouth for me.
Amen.
Let it go.